What is going on, everybody? Thammagotcha here, and welcome into the Fantasy Cup video. We are using Shadow Alolan Sandslash, Giratina Altered, and Tapu Fini. I didn't really build any Pokemon for this cup. I just used Pokemon that I have for the Ultra League, so didn't really play too much. I've been taking a lot of time off. I had a couple weeks off, and I spent a lot of it with my family, going on, cabin trips and things like that. But hey, we're gonna be back now, trying to make content a little more for everybody, especially when the new season comes in. But let's jump into these battles here. I went on an absolute tear with this team. Kind of like the first time I really played it. I played it a little bit when it first came out, but today was kind of a day where I played a couple sets. So here we go. Terrible lead. I swap into the Tapu Fini. Empoleon comes in. This is kind of a terrible matchup for Tapu Fini, but Drill Peck does not do a whole lot of damage. I got the Surf off, and Moonblast is an absolute savage move. Look at how much damage that is. My goodness. And Waterfall does not it takes 5 waterfalls to charge up 2 Drill Peck, and we're gonna be able to farm all the way down. And look at that, a Tapu Fini flipping switch, which is absolutely amazing because there is a Sylveon in the back, a shiny one at that. But in comes the Alolan Sandslash, back out comes the Excadrill, and not Excadrill, Escavalier, my bad everybody. And I bring out the Giratina. I can no shield the Drill Run. That does a lot of damage, but Giratina is an absolute thick beast. I could just go straight Dragon Claw here. Really, I mean, I could have thrown the Shadow Sneak, but I really just wanted to get some damage off on here so I can potentially farm it down with Alolan Sandslash. I can shield this move up here. I can farm the Excadrill all the way, Escavalier all the way down, but they decided to hop into their Sylveon. Any move they're gonna throw is gonna be resisted. Moonblast does do a lot of damage, but we had enough health where we could survive. And now we have 2 drill runs locked and loaded. First drill run is gonna be getting that shield. Second drill run will be knocking out that Escavalier. I got it right that time, everybody. I did it. Look at me. Woo! GG's to my opponent there, and we are gonna be hopping into the next matchup here. Pretty good lead here, Clefable versus Alolan Sandslash. We're going to be reaching the Drill Run and the Meteor Mash at the same time. Unfortunately, Clefable wins CMP. I really have a high rank Shadow Alolan Sandslash, so I guess the attack side is not very high. So Drill Run is going to do some nice damage. Moonblast does do some nice damage. And now here, I can go for the Ice Punch. If they want to shield, completely fine by me. I will shield the next up Meteor Mash. But they decided to no shield, and this works out even better because now I can shield this Meteor Mash. They're not going to get to another one before I get the full farm down. Out comes an Escavalier. In comes the Tapu Fini. Now Tapu Fini can survive 2 drill runs because these counters are going to be resisted due to that fairy typing, and Surf is going to hit back with some nice neutral damage. Don't want to go for the Moonblast because that would be resisted. Now out comes a Giratina. Little bit of a troubled matchup. Maybe I should have baited with the Surf here, but the Moonblast is going to get the first shield up from my opponent, and we do get to a Surf. It is resisted, but it is going to do some nice chip damage. And from here, I'm going to hop into my Alolan Sandslash, get to that Ice Punch before they even get to a move, and we can survive a Shadow Sneak from here. I'm not going to expend a shield yet because I do believe that a shield up with my own Giratina is going to win this game. So we're going to let the Dragon Claw go through. That is going to be enough to KO. And now out comes Giratina versus Giratina. Going to shield up the first Dragon Claw because that would be the most damaging move left in the game. And they decide to catch on their own. Escavalier. Good catch by my opponent. But from here, we're just going to get a massive farm down. So that catch really didn't matter anyways. And my opponent quits the match. GG's. On to the next game here. Hopping into another one, Giratina Origin, everybody, not Altered, Origin, usually seen in the Master League, but we are now seeing it in the Ultra Fantasy Cup. Ice Punch gets caught on the Tapu Fini. Great catch by my opponent, switching one right before their Shadow Ball there. So great catch again. Gonna shield up the Surf here. It's gonna be another, I think 6. I'm gonna throw 6 Shadow Claws. I do shield up the Dragon Claw, and then I'm gonna catch the Surf here on my Tapu Fini. Nice catch by me. They can catch, so can we. Resisted damage, and from here I'm just gonna farm up a boatload of energy, go for the Surf here. Surf is hopefully gonna be enough to one-shot the Tapu, but it gets the shield. Oh my goodness. Maybe my opponent misclicked there, but I can let the Shadow Ball go through. It's not enough to KO. We are going to be able to get some chip damage off, and they just expended all their energy. They're 2 Shadow Claws deep, so I can farm up 4 Shadow Claws and throw the Ice Punch. I actually farmed up just a little bit less because I didn't want them to throw the Ominous Wind. So now I'm going to hop right into my Giratina to catch another Surf. You love to see it. And what could be in the back that doesn't want to see my Alolan Sandslash? Is it gonna be a Registeel? Hello, Registeel. We got a Alolan Sandslash in the back. I just need to get this thing low enough with Shadow Claws and Shadow Sneak that a Drill Run will put it into a range where I could possibly farm it down with Shadow Claws. Zap Cannon is going to be resisted. Focus Blast is going to be double resisted unless they run Flash Cannon, which surprisingly, I seen a Registeel running Flash Cannon. Absolute savage. So Drill Run doing massive damage, and my opponent is playing this one out, but we can safely shield this move up and Shadow Claw all the way down. But we're gonna go for the Drill Run here just to get rid of this Registeel. See you later, Registeel. That's gonna be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. So now we're going to be hopping into the next matchup here. Sandslash versus Lucario, an absolute spice pick by my opponent. I'm going to hop right into my Tapu Fini, and they were very late swapping in. So I'm going to outpace them to my Moonblast, and Moonblast is going to be doing a significant amount of damage, and we get the attack fall. That is absolutely beautiful. My gosh, everything just running our way. So I can let this Moonblast go through here. They're going to go for a Surf, but the good news is that Surf with that attack drop is not going to be enough to KO. And this Moonblast is going to be doing massive damage, but they end up using both shields, which is absolutely amazing for me because I can no shield this Surf. Surf is not going to do as much damage as it seems. And I'm going to go for the full farm down here, and I'm going to have so much loaded energy coming out of this matchup. So I just got to make sure to not tap on the Drill Run in case a flyer comes in, but I tapped on the Drill Run, unfortunately. And now they come back in with the Lucario, and this Drill Run is going to be doing massive damage, almost one-shotting it. We farm down the Lucario. We get to the Ice Punch to go for the Togekiss, and this is doing massive damage on the Togekiss. Now we can safely come in with the Giratina and get to the Shadow Sneak and that, but they end up quitting the game. GG's. Even though I did a mistake there, we still won the game. Shiny Steelix, what a beautiful shiny that is. My goodness gracious, I'm gonna farm up 7 Shadow Claws, go for the Drill Run here, maximizing my energy and making sure they don't sneak a full Dragon Tail through. Gonna no shield this as it wasn't enough for an Earthquake, and we can survive any one move they throw. Crunch does get the defense drop. Again, I'm throwing on 7 Shadow Claws here. Drill Run going to be doing nice, super effective damage. I am going to shield up this move. It's probably going to be a Psychic Fangs, but I do want to preserve some health, and now our defense is double debuffed here, throwing again on perfect timing. That was CMP tie. Drill Run going to be doing massive damage. Left, right, good night. Out comes the Tapu Fini. We get the Drill Run to go, and I'm going to be coming in with my own Tapu Fini, not letting them farm me completely down, and they're not swapping out. So I'm going to shield up this Moonblast. Moonblast would do a lot of damage. Do I shield that up? Yes, I do. Moonblast would have done a lot of damage here. I'm going to overfarm just slightly, and hopefully they don't get to another Moonblast before I'm able to water gun them all the way down. But out comes a Togekiss, and we can make it to these back-to-back Surfs here. 2 Surfs is going to be doing just enough damage to KO this Togekiss here, and I put them into a range where they can't farm me down for a boatload of energy. But my switch clock timer is up. We can come in with Giratina, farm them down, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. Nice 5-0 set to start the video off. Here we go. Hopping into the next matchup here, Giratina, great lead here. They're going to swap into a Melmetal, and I'm going to go for the Drill Run. Drill Run is going to be doing massive damage here, and I'm going to try and catch the superpower. No catch to be made, unfortunately, but my opponent just quits the match. They want nothing to do with that. We had a shield advantage. We could have brought back alignment, and on to the next game. Melmetal lead. I think this is a shiny Melmetal. I am going to shield up the first potential superpower, which it is, and my opponent comes in with the Escavalier. I come in with Tapu Fini here because Tapu Fini has a little bit of a worse matchup versus that Melmetal, as the water guns are going to be resisted and the Surf is going to be resisted. So I wanted my Giratina on there, and I know my Tapu Fini can survive 2 Drill Runs. That being said, we could flip switch here. They did shield up one of the Surfs. Now, do they want to give up both shields? No, they don't. That Surf knocks out the S-Cav, and now we have our Giratina on our on their Melmetal. I'm gonna throw the drill in here just to get the last shield. I'm gonna do one Shadow Claw, come into my Giratina altered. I'm gonna soak up all this damage. Double Iron Bash does not do a boatload of damage, but out comes their own Giratina, and we just got to put this thing into a range where we can farm down with our Alolan Sandslash and have a drill run locked and loaded. I don't want to knock this thing out, so what I want to do here is put it into a perfect farm down range. We do have a shield left, but I just want to make sure I have extra energy going into that Melmetal matchup, because a superpower would definitely one-shot us, and they decide to throw the Dragon Claw. We get the full Shadow Claw farm down, and they quit the match. GG's. On to the next game here. Hopping into the next matchup, terrible lead. Gonna swap out into my Tapu Fini right away here, and they come into a Scizor. Oh, I remember this game. Do I ever? I'm gonna be throwing the Surf here, and they are building up a boatload of energy. And I have to make a call. Is this going to be the Iron Head, or is it going to be the Night Slash? I end up shielding the Night Slash, and that is super unfortunate. My goodness gracious, I could have let this go. I think I could have survived that Iron Head, to be honest with you, and we could have gotten the full Surf. We could have got the full Surf damage off in one switch advantage. But unfortunately, it is what it is. They come back in with the Escavalier. We're going to be taken out by a drill run here, not before we get to a Surf, which is going to be massive for us here. Surf going to be doing nice chip damage, and now we come in with the Giratina altered, and I make the mistake and I swap right away into my Alolan Sandslash. I mean, either way, they could have built up extra energy, but I think if I just would have closed the game out with Alolan Sandslash, maybe it could have been different. Focus Blast, left, right, good night, Alolan Sandslash. That's why you need a shield versus the Registeel, because Registeel does massive damage, and it is what it is. My opponent outplayed me, baiting me, getting both of my shields, and leaving me shieldless versus this Registeel. And this Registeel is running Flash Cannon, which is going to flip the matchup more towards Registeel. Whereas if it had Zap Cannon, they could go for the debuffing move, which could turn their movement or turn the game into their favor a little more, but either way, that Escavalier did leave with some energy, and we're just not able to Shadow Claw down. Flash Cannon gonna be taking the Giratina. That's gonna be a good game. Well played to my opponent. Hopping into the next matchup here, Tapu Fini versus Alolan Sandslash. I'm gonna farm up to 6 Shadow Claws and go for the drill run here. Drill run gonna be doing this some nice damage, and then I'm gonna swap right away into my Tapu Fini. They're not swapping out. They're probably going to throw the Moonblast. I am going to shield this up. I want to preserve some health on my Tapu Fini. And my goodness gracious, out comes an Excadrill into a Tapu Fini. So Surf going to be doing massive damage. That gets the first shield of the game. We get to the second Surf, probably be getting the second shield, and they are over farming so much energy, and we just take them out. I don't know if they lagged there. I don't know what happened, but they just quit the match. GG's. My goodness. On to the final matchup of the video. A Clefable lead. You love to see it. Meteor Mash, again, going to be doing massive damage. I'm going to go for the drill run on the CMP tie here. Meteor Mash does do a lot of damage, but we can hit back with drill run. Then I'm just going to go for the Ice Punch here. If they want to shield it, then so be it. I will shield up the next move, but Ice Punch is going to be getting them very low to the point where I can one shield farm this thing all the way down. So that is exactly what we're going to do, and we're going to have loaded energy, but out comes a Zekrom, and I'm going for a Ice Punch here, getting that first shield. Can we get to the next one? Unfortunately, we cannot. They're going to be going for a Fusion Bolt here. I'm going to shield this up. I do want all shields out of play, because then I can just now hard swap into my Giratina altered, outpace them to a Dragon Claw, and Dragon Claw is going to be doing massive damage because this is Ultra League CP, and Zekrom does not have the bulk. Out comes an Altaria. Look at the freaking spice, everybody. You'll love to see it. Couple of Dragon Claws, and this thing is going to be over. I make sure to over farm just so they don't catch the move. Didn't matter anyways. We had the Tapu Fini in the back. Dragon Claw, not enough to KO. The bulk on the Altera, the Ultra League CP is insane. So we're going to come in with a Tapu Fini and they are going to top left. And that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent and a beautiful 4-1 set here. Could have been a nice 5-0 set, but again, 9-1 run with this team. Beautiful team. Could have been a 10-0. A little bit of misplay on my end, but hey, it is what it is. 50-50 call for the bait. But again, thank you also being so patient for me, for waiting for my videos to come out. I appreciate it all. I'll try to make a Catch Cup team video or a Master League video, whatever you guys want me to do. Just let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. Go fast this weekend. Make sure to prep, because it's going to be amazing. Mega Rayquaza. Gonna be so much fun to play. So anyways, thank you all so very much for watching. If you guys are liking the content, please hit that like button. Comment if you want to see anything in the future. And like always, I will see everybody in the next video.